Dave, tell us about a program that you're proud of over this past year, and maybe how it impacted the mission.
Thanks. So I'll go with my computing ecosystem.
Okay.
So from a DISA perspective, we have responsibility for the core data centers within the Department of Defense. Right now we have 10. We're reducing, shutting down 2, so we'll have 8 at the end of that. And up to now, each of those have been an independent data center with its own set of tactics, techniques, procedures, as well as tool sets, as well as ways of doing business supporting the DoD applications we support. Because you are all acting and operating and optimizing at the each's level, we're not as efficient as we should be. We're not doing the things we ought to be doing from an enterprise perspective. And so this computing ecosystem activity is really about building one computing ecosystem so that we get away from 8 independent data centers doing their thing to one computing ecosystem where you have a standard set of processes, tools, TTPs, governance structures, and a common way of doing business, and focusing on how do we optimize from an enterprise perspective. And by doing that, we start driving the costs down, we drive the rates down, we get more efficient, more effective, and we see opportunities to leverage things in a way we've not done it before because we're now operating at the enterprise level.
Yeah, and I know a lot of issues like data center consolidation and cloud computing all lend themselves to enterprise approach. And I used to always kid saying, you know, show me an agency's mission statement that says manage IT systems. I mean, the idea is, you know, the components should be focused on the mission and what they're trying to accomplish at the mission level without necessarily worrying. And I know DISA has a major enterprise role for the DoD, so I'm sure. And I believe email consolidation was one that was being worked.
So enterprise email was a capability we put out 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago. We have roughly 1.7 million users across DoD that are leveraging it today.
How about some lessons learned you'd like to pass on as a result of some of these?
Get the right people involved up front who believe in change, who are not interested in continuing to do things the way we've always done it, and give them the opportunity to tell you and show you new and innovative ways to do things, because they understand the environment, they understand how to make things better, and giving them the chance to change, they'll make things happen.
Yeah, I think that's a very good advice. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was Robert Kennedy that said 1/3 of everybody's against everything all the time, no matter what it is. And change and fear of change is an issue. For those that are willing to embrace change, they're the ones that you know, likely get ahead in their careers.
Absolutely.
How about challenges? Any specific challenge along the way that you'd like to pass on?
Well, the one data point you made up front was culture and people.
Yeah.
It's always a challenge when you're trying to change. People who are afraid of the unknown, and they'll always push back. Just getting the idea that change is necessary and getting the culture to accept that is the key issues that you got to deal with as we make these big changes.
Yeah.